Pacquiao-Bradley fight. That was a very controversial fight.
Exactly. There is no controversy. I mean, come on, Pacquiao won.
Pacquiao won. I mean,
Yes,
Bradley even
Pacquiao.
said he had to review the tape afterwards to make sure he won.
Who says
that? Who says that?
Who
When
in
they
their right
win?
mind would say that? If you want to be the champion, you have to beat the champion and not leave a doubt in anyone's mind that you be
Completely unfair.
the champion.
Yeah, Pacquiao should have gotten that. It was totally biased towards Bradley, and I don't know why. I think just because it was Pacquiao.
Maybe even Mayweather's camp said, you know, if they pulled something like that against Floyd Mayweather, if they'd have to go into with protection.
There's always politics in fighting, though. I mean,
Yeah, but this was bad.
It is bad. It's
But you
just
know
a
what?
decision.
Come on,
Unfortunate.
This is Nevada again. You know, haven't we had enough controversy in Nevada?
Yeah,
you know,
no
from
kidding.
Nick Diaz's loss of license to Chael Sonnen's approval of testosterone use,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
now Pacquiao losing the fight. I mean, come on, what? These people are just a bunch of fools.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. I mean, don't leave it up to the judges. You know,
Don't
it's
leave it
like
up to the judges, but I mean, come on, that was clear.
there was clearly. I mean, when you're talking about a lightweight fight like that, that should have been.
That's
Yeah.
such a main event. Like, people are
Waiting for it,
Yeah,
yeah.
people are waiting for that, and then that happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
it's-
they're watching it, and everybody was like, "Wait, what fight were they watching?"
Yeah, including like both their, you know, their wives and their
Yeah,
families,
but-
and you know, and everybody on their teams were surprised.
Yeah.
You know, and you know that if you even yourself were surprised that you won, you probably
You
should
probably
have
shouldn't
lost.
have won.
You shouldn't have won.
So speaking of not leaving it up to the judges,
Yes.
Clay and Gray Maynard.
It was such a
my
good
God,
fight.
should have not left it up to the judges.
No.
No,
And he
but-
had such a weird game plan. Like, running.
So it was a run, Forrest, run. That was the game plan.
But you
It
know
was
what? He
too
still
much.
did better. I personally think that he won that fight. Like, I
The thing is,
was
when-
watching that thinking, how in the world is he not going to
Because
win?
he was running. If he had been
No.
the usual Clay Guida, and if he
But I
had
think that's what
actually
people
got,
are.
if he had, you know, when he was fighting with Maynard, when he stopped running and was actually throwing punches, yes,
was doing
he was
well.
winning.
Yes.
But
He-
then he would just take off like Roadrunner.
Well, the craziest part is that he landed more shots. He beat Maynard's face up. I mean, he did
Yeah.
more damage.
Yes, but then he
Maynard did.
ran, and
Mhm.
that's what people
And
remember.
it's so
He
sad because
ran.
I was so rooting for him.
I think
to win.
I think he was really well prepared for a fight.
I do too.
Gray
I
Maynard,
do
don't
too.
get me wrong, he is
He's amazing.
He's
Yeah,
a
he's a
great,
great
fighter,
fighter.
and I think
And I
Clay was
love
a little
Maynard
bit
too.
afraid
Yeah.
to get tied up with him, which I don't blame him, especially going to the ground. You know,
Yeah,
who
but
knows what would have happened at that point. But
It was
Clay-
weird that it never went to the ground.
no, in fourth
Not-
round
it
it did
did.
go to.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In fourth round it went to the ground.
briefly,
And, yeah, and
Briefly, but
that,
for
that's
the
just
main.
because they were saved by the bell.
yeah,
But when they went to the ground, Clay had the advantage position.
he did, and if he
That's
had
why I-
continued,
With that,
Mhm.
if he wasn't running, I mean, come on. At one
just-
point, he actually put his back to Clay and ran. It looked like a track and field
I
match.
know.
it did,
was
you know, and I mean, although it resembled Condit's fight, this was the first fight where I actually noticed that the ref was telling him to
Yes.
stop.
Yeah.
I mean, he got
I-
chastised for
I have
him.
never seen the ref
I-
call somebody for running, for ducking punches.
Exactly.
That was pretty
I mean,
bad.
except
It's
for the
pretty
Golden Gloves
strange.
when I got called for it because I guess I went too low when I.
Oh
when
yeah,
I
and
got
speaking
punches.
of, she won your
You won
second
that
bout.
one,
Yeah,
So that was
rematch.
good.
She wanted the rematch. I gave her one. This time I
She
went
must
in
have.
with a bad shoulder, so I only had to use my right arm. I still won that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's face it, you beat her so bad that she said later that she's retiring.
That's pretty good.
I'm sorry to hear that, but
Well,
But I
I
was
do what I
excited
do
for her,
best.
so.
So hopefully next time it will be open decision. I mean open division,
Yes.
and hopefully afterwards it will be nationals. If I
nice.
win nationals,
Very
who knows? I
exciting.
might get an Olympic berth.
Yay!
Nice.
That would be
Really
awesome.
nice. Yeah, that was definitely a good fight, I have to say.
Thank you.
So, moving on, Misha Tate is finally back and ready to fight again.
Yeah,
Finally,
she's
it's like
rehabbing, and she was
so
saying,
quickly.
I know it was very.
It is pretty quick. 'Cause
Yeah.
That was what, March?
And yeah, it was
Yeah.
March that we went to see her, and we saw that elbow firsthand.
Wow, yeah, that was
It
brutal.
was yes. bent at a very alien angle.
She obviously has been doing her rehab and wanting to come back badly because lots of people didn't think she was ever going to come back from that.
No, my dad included. He
Yeah.
didn't think that she would ever come back, and yet there she is, most likely fighting on the undercards with guess who is the main event? Little Miss Ronda
And Sarah
Rousey.
Kaufman, which
Yes.
that'd be a
Yes.
great fight to see.
It should be, although I think Sarah Kaufman's gonna lose her arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ronda
So
Rousey's
with
going to
Arm
win.
Rousey.
Yes. The arm collector. You know, I think if Lucia Riker was in her prime, that would have been a hell of a
Awesome
fight
fight.
to see because
Awesome
Lucia
fight.
Riker was world class boxer and obviously
and-
Ronda Rousey is
yes.
a hell of a grappler, so that would be
Yeah.
a very quintessential striker versus grappler.
True.
Yes.
Definitely true.
And Sarah Kaufman is just not at that level.
No, I don't think she is.
No, she has
She has a lot of heart, and which is
yes,
just
and
great.
she has a
Oh, I
lot of
agree.
aggressiveness,
Yes.
which is good, but that's pretty much where it ends. Ronda, she doesn't just have aggressiveness; she thinks through everything. She is so intelligent when
knows
she fights.
she knows how to get out
Yeah,
of everything,
she
knows what to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
she knows how to pull a person off balance just by kind of
and I think
slapping them
people
on the shoulder.
still underestimate her,
I think so too.
and it's really unfortunate.
Well, we'll see again on August 18th.
Yep.
So that's a little bit far out, but there's a Strikeforce fight coming up sooner.
Mhm.
Luke Rockhold and Tim Kennedy. This is gonna be
Yes.
a great fight.
Oh my god, I can't
I'm so
wait until
excited.
that fight. I
I know.
cannot wait.
It's only out in Seattle or
Yeah, no, it's
Portland.
Portland, Oregon. Yes. And Luke Rockhold went on record to say that he does not want to lose to Katy Perry, and that is according with all the ridiculous videos that Tim Kennedy has been making. Have you guys seen that?
No, I haven't
Black-
seen
the
that.
Black Swan,
What?
the Katy Perry parody.
Oh, I did see it.
Yes.
You sent them to me.
Yes.
I did see them. They're
He's
weird.
a goofy guy.
He is a
Oh my
goofy
God.
guy.
They made
He's pretty
actually a
weird.
very, very goofy promo with Frank Shamrock teaching them how to be
Of course.
villains. And he's like, you guys just have too good of an image.
Oh my
At the end of which they end up pummeling Shamrock. Yeah, Shamrock.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. He was at the last fights that we went to, too.
Yeah.
Well, Shamrock is one of the commentators in
Yeah.
Strikeforce,
Yeah,
so
so
he has
he's
to be in
always
it.
Mhm. That's funny.
That's
That's gonna be a good fight, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely can't wait for that. Before that, though, we had Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva rematch.
Oh,
This is gonna be great because
Yes.
Chael Sonnen gave him a hurting last time. Even
Yes,
though,
Oh
you
my
did.
God.
even though Anderson Silva won, I mean, I still
It was
think
a
this
bit-
is gonna be
yeah,
great to watch.
I think
Sonnen
that
made
last-
one small mistake
Yes.
and got
Yes.
into a
And that's what
scramble.
happens when you're fighting someone like Silva, but I think also Silva is coming back with like vengeance this time because I don't
Yes.
think he realized that anybody could
Come that close.
come that close to beating him. I
agree.
mean,
And
4
remember,
rounds.
did you hear what Silva said about Sonnen?
Yeah.
that he wants to what?
Yeah.
Break his bones and knock his teeth out.
Oh yeah, he's like
Dude,
going.
it's like a grudge match now.
Oh,
and I mean,
this is a
Anderson
grudge
Silva's
match
like one
for
of the nicest fighters too. This is funny to hear him say stuff like
But
that.
he's-
Chael Sonnen's a little
Like I
crazy,
said,
but
he
you know,
knows.
it's gonna be
Chael
great.
Sonnen's crazy, but I think a lot of it is an image. I mean,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? He came out with some book with a lot of like.
Oh, I heard
nonsensical
about the book.
words.
Yeah, I heard about the book.
Yeah, completely crazy.
But yeah, I mean, still, the fight is going to
And
be.
crazy wins. So.
I mean, I love them both. I love that Silva. I love watching him
Yeah.
fight when he actually defends himself and puts a
Yeah,
foot
and not
forward
just
and not
being
just.
elusive.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I really would love Sonnen to win. Like,
Really?
Love Sonnen to win.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I call Silva on that one.
Really, I think Chael Sonnen might actually take it this time.
I think that there's going to be a beating.
I kind
It's gonna be a beating.
it. Oh yeah, no matter what, it's gonna be a brutal fight,
It's
and
gonna
it's
be
gonna
an
be
awesome
so engaging. So I cannot wait for this fight. I
Mhm.
really can. Forrest Griffin and Tito Ortiz on the same card. This
Split
rematch,
decision
you
last
know.
time.
Not
you
as
know,
exciting.
it's like washed up versus washed up. What do you pick?
And I love Forrest
picked last
Griffin.
washed up, so
Yeah.
Forrest Griffin.
Forrest
Yeah, I was
Griffin.
gonna say I picked
Yeah.
Forrest Griffin, but I just think he's funny and he's you know.
He's a
He's
big
a lovable
goofy
guy.
He's a lovable
with the
guy that
heart
everybody
and
loves,
everything.
Exactly.
And
But yeah, I mean, both of them they fought already. You know, I mean, and maybe that's why they want to fight again because you know the split decision.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, obviously, some, Ortiz came close, but.
but
Either way.
yeah, we'll see. Kote and Kung Lee, that'll actually be a really good fight.
I call Kung Lee on that.
Yeah.
I love Conley.
Yeah. I'm on the fence.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one is.
Yeah, it depends on how well they've been training. Conley, I think, was supposed to fight a couple months ago. He ended up not.
Yes.
So I don't know why he didn't. I don't know if he was injured or what. But
There wasn't.
if that's the case, it depends on how well he's recovered.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick somebody, I'd say Patrick Couture, definitely.
I'm still on the fence. I'm still on the fence with that. I mean,
She goes with split decision.
yeah, I go split decision on that one.
Definitely great fights coming up. So
Yes.
let's see how they go, and we'll discuss them afterwards.
Oh, and before we go, we have to talk about our new friends that we met at the last.
Oh yeah.
I
those
mean,
judges.
looking at Pacquiao Bradley, looking at Clay and Gray Maynard's fight, it's
Looking at Condon and Diaz, let's start with them.
don't ever let it go to
To
the
the
judges.
judges.
That's what I have to say. No judges gear, great stuff. Met
Yep.
those guys; they were a lot of fun, and definitely.
They have an awesome clothing line, so go check them out.
Check them out.